My heart stopped when I saw my front door ajar, the faint glow of my porch light flickering in the dusk. I'd fought for years to claim this home, my refuge after a life of scraping by. But standing inside, uninvited, was my family, the ones who'd turned their backs on me, acting like they owned every inch of my sanctuary. I'm Edward Harper, and this is the night my past slithered back to steal my future. They thought they could erase me, but I was ready to fight for what's mine. Before we dive in, if you've ever faced betrayal from those you trusted most, make sure to subscribe. You're not alone, and here we share stories of survival, strength, and second chances. I thought I'd escaped. After years of surviving in a battered truck, choking down cold soup under the hum of parking lot lights, I bought this house, a creaky 3-bedroom haven with a porch I dared to call home in a single-word post online. That post was my mistake. It was a flare in the dark, summoning shadows I'd long left behind. Footsteps hammered my porch, too many, too frantic. Children's laughter sliced through the air, sharp and unsettling. I opened the door, and there they were, my mother Evelyn, father Harold, sister Natalie, her husband Victor, and their 3 kids. Their smiles were thin, like masks hiding something sinister. They hadn't called. They hadn't asked. I hadn't seen them since I walked away at 17, clutching a jacket and $200. They'd always worshipped Natalie, their flawless star. Me? I was the outcast, the one who never understood family. Now they were invading my home, moving through it like they'd already claimed it. Evelyn stepped forward, gripping a baking dish, her eyes cold. Victor, cradling a toddler, gave a nod that felt like a warning. Natalie scanned the walls, her gaze predatory. They didn't knock. "You've prospered, Edward," Evelyn said, but her voice dripped with calculation, like she was sizing up a prize. I grew up as a ghost in my own home. Natalie, 3 years younger, was their idol, bold, reckless, untouchable. When she shattered things, I was blamed. When I succeeded, they looked through me. By 15, I stopped begging for scraps of their attention. At 17, I vanished, forging a life from raw determination. No family, no safety net, just me against the world. When 2020 hit, my world crumbled. Job gone, lease gone, everything gone. I swallowed my pride and called my parents, pleading for a corner of their driveway to park my camper. Evelyn's voice was ice. No room. Natalie offered a spot. For twice the market rate. I hung up. I survived in desolate parking lots, gas station sinks, and warehouse shadows, clawing my way forward. In my new home, I stood frozen as they prowled my space. Victor's voice was low, deliberate. 3 bedrooms, too much for one man. Natalie pointed at the walls, whispering, "Perfect for my commute." The kids tore through, their hands leaving smudges on my world. My pulse raced. This wasn't a visit. This was a takeover, and I was the only one not in on the plan. Natalie cornered me in the kitchen, her voice smooth but venomous. "You've got the camper, Edward. You're built for less. We've got another kid coming. This house, it's ours now." 3 days later, I pulled into my driveway, and dread gripped me. A moving truck loomed, blocking my path. My front door yawned open. Boxes and toys spilled across my floor like a crime scene. Natalie emerged, clutching a lamp, her nod chillingly casual, like I was the one out of place. Victor grinned, his words laced with menace. "We're so relieved you're letting us stay." I'd never agreed to anything. My hands shook as I retreated to my truck and dialed 911. Victor tapped the window, his whisper like a blade. "It's for the kids. Your mother gave her blessing." Then came the lie. Natalie handed the police a lease with my name and my signature. But it was a forgery, the handwriting jagged, my middle name butchered. Fraud, laid bare. Evelyn swept in, her voice steady as she lied to the officers. My son consented. I thrust the fake lease forward, my ID, and pointed to the drilled-out lock, its core discarded like trash. This isn't deceit, I said, my voice cutting through the tension. It's a crime. Victor shredded the lease, fragments fluttering across the porch like ashes. Evelyn's eyes narrowed, spitting accusations of betrayal. The police ordered them out, their footsteps fading into the night. Months later, on Christmas Eve, the air was thick with foreboding. My home buzzed with my chosen family, cousins, friends, laughter over homemade food, and a scratched jazz CD. Then the door creaked open. Evelyn, Harold, Natalie, and Victor stood there, their Merry Christmas sounding like a threat. My cousin Ethan stood, his stance defiant. My Uncle Walter's voice was steel. You weren't invited. You're here to play victims, not make peace. I didn't need to fight this time. My chosen family formed a wall around me, my uncle, my cousins, my friends. For the first time, I wasn't a shadow. I was home. They thought they could break me, take what I'd built. But this house, this life, it's mine, and I'll guard it with everything I have.